Hey FlossTube, I'm Kathleen and this is StitchuationNormal episode 19. I am going to tell you that I think technology was working against me today and was trying to keep me away from you guys today, and I wouldn't have it. I tricked my printer tried tricking me, and then I tricked it, and then my printer ate paper that I needed for this episode. But then I took that paper and I fixed it, and that was one of many things that went awry today. But I'm here and it's like 5 o'clock, and normally I would like to already have my video up, but that's what happens sometimes. You just have to let go. I thought maybe I'll film tomorrow and it'll be nice and bright because we get dark. We're in Southern Ontario, just in case you don't know. This is about cross stitch, but here I am telling you about how I got here. Anyhow, it's dark. It gets dark here quite early, so we have the blue light going, and I turned on, you can't see because it's off camera, but I have like the essential oil thing that like shoots up water or whatever. My sister got it to me for relaxation. I have that going. I have my salt lamp, which is again just, those are both right off camera because we need to relax. We need to be calm, and by we I mean I need to, because I could have just screamed at everything that went wrong today. So I'm letting that go, and here we are. We're doing a video and I'm hanging out with you. And I say we, it's me. Although Mew is right below me, so she may make an appearance, we'll see. So I have some WIPS, I have a new start. I have not saved the stitches, but something different this week. And some comments. We talked a lot about floss and organization of floss last week, so I have a lot to tell you about that because you guys know so much, and I want to share what I know because of you guys telling me what you know. So we'll get right into it. I'll give a short, brief little life update just for posterity, we'll say. I don't know, I don't usually talk about my kids, and I'm scared like one day when they're older, they'll watch these and be like, you never talk about us. Do you care? Like, I do care, but this is cross stitch. This is the cross stitch zone. But as we know, my cross stitch zone includes everything. So the boys have been loving playing out in the snow. We've had some nice weather. It's still cold, but not too cold. It's just -6, which is bearable, especially if the sun's out. It's beautiful. They've been playing, they've been building in the snow, in the backyard mostly. We're still on lockdown, like the 7th week or 6th week of it. Hopefully they're back to school next week because I'm not a teacher. I can hear Mew eating something she's not supposed to. Sorry guys. She was eating a squishy. This is a toy. Ugh. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, that's basically it. Last week I said I was gonna try and make some healthier choices because I was staying up really late and I was eating a million chocolate bars a day, which I still kind of am eating a lot of chocolate, but I'm only eating between 11:30 and 7:30. Sort of like, it's intermittent fasting, but just I'm not heavy duty into it. But the biggest game changer for me has been stretching. I've been stretching every night. Well, okay, so I said I was gonna start last video and then I didn't for the first week, but then the second week I started making better choices and I feel so much better about myself and my body and everything. So I'm gonna link a couple videos that I really like that are on YouTube. So if you wanna do stretching, you can. There's like 5-minute ones. I like to do a good 25-minute, and it just feels good. Just, I don't know, in the one video, they talk to you like I'm talking to you, right? And it's like she knows, because she's like, you need to let go. This is like a yoga stretching one. It's not yoga, it's yoga stretching. And she's like, you need to just let go of who you think you are trying to be and let go of, well, I'm not trying to be anyone. I'm always trying to be me, but I'm trying to be me before COVID. That was, you know, relatively fit and did workouts regularly, my kickboxing and everything, and I haven't been doing that, and then I'm hard on myself for doing that. And she's like, let go of who you were and who you are trying to be. And I'm like, oh, I do need to let go of who I was, because that's not who I am right now. I'm not someone that can work out from home. I'm just not. But I can do stretches from home. So if you can do stretches from home, I highly recommend giving it a shot, because it's improved my mental health and I feel better about my body. Like, I feel I'm moving my body at least with these stretches. And also I have sciatic pain. Even though I'm 31, I have sciatic pain, and I've had it since giving birth to those beautiful boys that I say I never talk about, but these stretches help with that a lot. Anyways, okay, that was enough of a life update. Sheesh. Oh yeah, one last thing. I was having like a hard time because I kept making these to-do lists with simple things on them, like make my bed or brush my teeth. And then if I wasn't doing those things, then I felt terrible that I couldn't even do those little things. So I had to start making I did lists of the things that I did during the day. So that was an interesting shift because usually I like to make lists. It's not been helping this time around. So that's that. Let's get into some stitch talk. I've got a lot of comments, but not too much, but I think you'll find them quite interesting if you like talking about floss. And I hope you do if you're on FlossTube. So, okay, first one is from, oh, okay, this is our this week's CSI. If you remember last week, Save the Stitches was this piece, and I didn't know who it was by. I didn't know the designer or the name of it. So our CSI this week is Sarah B87. She knew that it was called Old Fashioned Boy, and the designer is All Our Yesteryears. So honorable mention to several of you that knew that the designer, you recognize the designer. I believe she's UK, and I would have no idea. So I am so impressed that you guys knew the design because I had no clue. And I like knowing. I like knowing that stuff. Last week we talked about fractional stitches last week, and someone had recommended, Jessica recommended Peacock and Fig's fractional stitching video, so I watched it. It's about 17 minutes long. I will link it below. I think if you're watching it, you probably kind of already know some of it, but about 7 minutes in it's all good. You can watch all of it, but I found the 7-minute in mark very helpful. And I just wish, like on the chart she shows, it does give you an example of what a quarter stitch would look like, but they never show in the chart what a 3/4 stitch would look like, which we assume is the line through it with the small symbol, but it's just so confusing because it's not uniform everywhere, I don't think. I don't know. It's been different between charts for me. So she shows 3/4 stitches and quarter stitches and half stitches, and it's great. So I will link that so that you can watch that, and I promised you guys I would give an update on that, and that's the update. So I did love hearing about everyone's floss organization. So we have, I would say there's 3 main types of floss storage. You either bobbinate, and sorry, I need to add, it's different between DMC and overdyed floss. So people are not bobbinating overdyed floss. I mean, that's probably obvious. It's not obvious to me. It's obvious now. If you have that fancy floss, you're not gonna wrap it around and get kinks in it. I don't know. I don't know why you're not, but you're not. People aren't doing that. So thread drops are a big one. That's one thing I've learned. People do thread drops with their DMC as well. But the other thing I learned that people are doing with their overdyed floss is putting it in the floss away bags. I think I have one here I can show you in case you don't know what I'm talking about. But I will get into different floss away bags. So the floss away bags are these. They have like a little hole in them and a spot for you to put the number of the DMC. So I'm gonna have to put that away later because I'm not putting it back in now. So Laura M, okay, so again, with the floss organization, I said, I don't know why you would sort by color, because how can you find the specific color you're looking for? I do mine by numbers, my DMC. Let's see, whoop, there we go, like this, like I do them like this. So, and then the number is on the side. You can see here. Some people put their floss up like this and write the number across the top. I don't know why I like this way better, probably because that's how my mom did it. But yeah, so that's the first thing. Designers will do by color, because when they're designing, they want to find a specific color. All the pinks, all the blues are all together. So that makes so much sense to me. And then other people just visually like seeing it like that organized. So that makes sense to me also. And I learned that. I didn't know. I was like, why would you ever? That makes sense. There's lots of reasons why you would. Oh, I am a bobbinator in case you didn't notice. But so I started putting stickers on my floss boxes. So I have like, this is set 1, box 1 of 3. But like, this is the sticker my sister Karen got me. That's what I do. I cross stitch and I know things. And then this was from Jill, who sent me the Santa in the mail. The Santa magazine, Choose Kindness, and these are from Bella Loves Designs, which are patience and love. And then I'm I want to collect stickers on my boxes now. So I put a couple in there, and then I put a couple on here. I have the flux capacitor from Back to the Future, and then I had to put Lolly sticker right next to the flux capacitor because she's a B to the F fan. That's Back to the Future, in case you're not down with it. Okay. My best friend Sam sent me this terrifying thing, and it says Mama Bear because there's like, I don't know, people are into this Mama Bear and like they wear the shirts and they have like the stickers and stuff, and this is, I don't remember the name of it, and I could barely read the description of what it is. It's like a dust mite, and it's like one of the most resilient and like strong things. I think it is a bear, which is why she put Mama Bear, but it's this disgusting bear. So I'll write the name in here. So she sent me that, so I had to put it on here. And this one's also from Jill. So I am looking forward to putting my stickers on here because I like showing my stickers off. They make me happy and that. So, okay, that's a lot about that. Char57 says that she bobbinates and puts them in a nuts and bolts container, like those little plastic drawers, you know, always in the garage or the basement, tool area. I think that's a pretty good idea. Nancy Duquette says she puts her floss away bags and the bags in a photo box. No, she just said she puts the floss away bags in a photo box. So like our photo box. So that might be what I do next with mine because I have extra floss. They didn't fit. These are my floss away containers. I have 2 of them. And it's sorted like that, so I can label this with the numbers, but I don't like how this box looks. It looks like I'm going fishing, and I want to look like I'm going stitching. So I might do the photo box because there's so many pretty photo boxes at the dollar store or at Michael's, so that might be what I end up doing, just like Nancy. So, and they come with dividers, right? Like the photo boxes come with dividers to divide your photos, so you can use that to divide your numbers. Robin Dubinsky says you can use snack size Ziplocs and they're cheaper than floss away bags, and she also says that any box that holds CDs will hold floss bags, so probably like the same as the photo box idea. You can sort them like that. And we talked about thread drops. People like thread drops because there's not kinks, and when you bobbinate you get kinks, but the kinks don't interfere with the stitching. I haven't experienced anyways. So, and then a few of you mentioned Handwork Maniac, who is a floss tuber, who I had not heard of, but I watched, she has a 9-minute video, which I will link below. I believe it's episode 73, and she goes through her floss, because she has all sorts. She has silks, she has overdyed, she has DMC, she has it all, so she goes through how she has it all organized and sorted, and it's very satisfying to watch and to see how she has it all organized. So I'm gonna make sure I link that below, and this was something very cool that I wanted to tell you about that I didn't tell you about. So Erin Sample says that she logs all her floss on ThreadStash. Yeah, that's what it's called. And the reason I sorted all my DMC, if you remember, I just went through it all, was because I wanted to put it on ThreadStash, but I didn't know what I had because it was everywhere. It was all in different areas. So go to ThreadStash. I'm going to link it below. It's a website, or it's an app, but I don't think the app is actually ready, so you use a browser. So if you're on your phone, you can use your mobile browser, but I really like it on my actual computer because I feel like I can click faster. So you can log every floss you have, and you're like, well, I do a spreadsheet, like what's the difference? Well, first of all, this has them all in there, and you literally just tick, I have it, and you can put like the quantity, and then you put your projects in. There's a section for projects, and so then it knows what floss you have for those projects because you put it in. And so then when you look at your master list of your floss and you're like, I need this color, and you don't find it in your floss box, you click on there and it tells you, oh, it's in this project, which is super, super helpful because I don't always know what I have because I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there with lots of projects on the go. So it's confusing. I don't know where everything is. So I love that I'll get to know that. There's DMC conversion, or I should just say conversion charts for floss, and like the list of floss you can choose from is extensive, I would say. I think it includes everything. I didn't see something that I couldn't find on there. It had everything. So, oh, I should tell you who I found the app via Instagram because Nikki Hughes Nikki Hughes. She is the creator of it, which is amazing. So I will tag her. Actually, I don't think she does FlossTube, but on my Instagram, I will tag her, so then you can follow her too, because she's the one that created this. They have lots of stuff coming, like add-ons to what they already have, which is already amazing. So check it out, Thread Stash, that's what it's called. And again, that's on your mobile browser, or you can go on your computer. They have not asked me to say this. I just got really excited about it and I'm telling you about it. So, and also because Erin was doing it and I was like, okay, I do need to do it because that's why I sorted. And then when Erin was like, I have mine all in here, I was like, okay, I need to do it. I need to actually get it in. I did the work, now I need to punch it in. And it might be a little bit tedious at first putting all your floss in if you have a lot, but I feel like it's a real time saver in the long run. So, okay guys, where are we? Oh, if you're a paper over digital person, Kitty T said that she found some online where you just print them off and it's like you can have a master list printed offline. I think DMC has one, and then there may be one that you can just make up your own. You could always just print your spreadsheets if you wanted it printed too. Because sometimes I like paper over digital, especially for charts. I'm a paper, now that's a whole other controversial issue we can get into. Paper or digital. I buy my charts digital, but then I print them, so. Well, we can talk about that another time because we're 16 minutes in and I haven't even shown you any of my stitching. So, oh, the last thing is I said that I thought it would take 5 or 6 boxes of these ones to have a full set. It's only like 4. So that was an exaggeration on my part. Apologies. Okay, so save the stitches. I don't have a save the stitches this week. I do, but I wanted to just take a small break from that right now because, like I said, we've been on like 7-week lockdown, so I haven't really been saving many stitches, but I wanted to do support local stitches. So here is this little bag. I hear one of my kids coming upstairs and they're not supposed to. Anyways, this is a little bag. Sorry. Okay. So this is a bag that my brother and my sister-in-law had made for me by a local, she's in Niagara, and the name of her shop is escaping me. It's not on Etsy though, it's just local. So I will tell you the name of the shop, but I don't think she mails out orders. But this is Hamilton Fabric, the musical. And then look at that inside fabric. So I think I'm gonna put my needles in here, or maybe thread drops. I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna use it for stitchy stuff. It's just so cute, little zipper, all my favorite songs on there, and yeah, support local. There's people that are makers. Go on Marketplace, find the makers, and support them because it's hard times, right? We're having hard times right now, and how cute is this though? If you watched my FlossTube interview I did with Becca, which I will link below, Becca being Sambry Stitches, I talk about this, but it kind of gets cut off in the video, but I went to see Hamilton last year, right before lockdown, and it was the second night it was open, and it was only open for a few weeks, and it was super hard to get tickets to begin with because everyone wanted to go, so it was like a lottery, and my brother and sister-in-law won the lottery, but then they moved away, so they couldn't go, so I got to go. So anyways, Hamilton! There, that's my little sing of it. Oh no, I'm getting so silly. Okay, so save the stitches. Now I don't know how long I've been on because I had to stop the video because my son interrupted, so we'll just keep on rolling. Okay, so this week I'm gonna show you my WIPS, I'm gonna show you my everything. I've been puttering. I've been a putter stitcher this week because I couldn't focus very well. So I would start something and then I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna stitch on this. And then I was floating, I was puttering around. So you're gonna get some WIPS. We're gonna get some WIPS. Okay, so the first WIP I have is a new start. And it is the Caterpillar cross stitch made to create. And this is what I've started on it. Just a little bit of the thread. So actually I'll show you the photo of what this week is supposed to look like. And I was watching a movie while I did this, made a mistake, had to frog this entire section here, which isn't that much because I haven't really done much to begin with, but then I was discouraged and I was like, okay, well, I am gonna stitch something else now because I wanted to. So that's my first WIP. It's fun. Who's in? There's quite a few of you that are stitching along with it, I know. So there's a camera, as you can see probably in the photo I just showed, and I'm really excited to stitch that and the puzzle piece because that is so me. I love to unwind with photography, except for when it's work. That's not unwinding, but I feel so creative when I'm working, doing photography, and also when I'm doing puzzles. I love a good puzzle. That's an unwind, is a puzzle. But I haven't been doing many puzzles because I've been stitching more, so anyways, okay. Then we have Little Women by Michael Jolly. Again, this one, I puttered on this one. I'm gonna tell you why. Well, first I'll show you. There's no why, it's just, here we go. So, uh-oh, my needle, it's just on the loose. There we go. Okay, so here it is. I started a new page on it because the page I was on is an entire full coverage page, and it was too much. So I think I came into here. This is what I did. It was this little section here, and I did a row here. So this part is discouraging to me. I don't like doing this because it's not white, it's like a gray, and it makes me feel like my fingers have made this white dirty. Even though that doesn't make any sense, it's just that's the color of it. That's what I feel like when I'm touching it. I'm like, oh, my hands are dirty, even though I wash my hands about 1,000,000 times, you know? So yeah, it's coming along. I'm loving it. We can see where I am in here, maybe. I love how you always see me peeking. I'm like, hello. So yeah, so I have my work cut out for me, no doubt. There's a lot to go, but I'm having fun. And everyone else that's stitching on it is having fun too. We're having fun, hashtag Little Women Sal, right? Okay, next we have my Birds of a Feather sampler. Soweth sampler. There we go. So I will show it to you. Uh-oh, needle minders are stuck together. There we go. Okay, so I have some problems here. Oh, my husband's home. Oh, I hope he's quiet. It's okay though. Okay, so here's what I've done. My problem is that things weren't matching together on here. This bottom row here is like pink. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of more of a pink, but it's variegated. And so I'm using the called for DMC instead of the called for overdyed. And it just doesn't match. This is so orange. So I am switching out the orange for this, which is like still kind of similar, but you can see the color difference. This is what's called for, and this is what I'm going to use instead. So that's for the bottom rows, and also it is in the flowers. Like this flower is supposed to be orange, and I was like, nope, I am not doing that. The other change I'm making, you can see it better here, is this is the color I'm going to be going with. This is the called for color. That is not even close to what this chart is showing in their sample. The sample is like a light blue, which is why I went with a light blue. So this is my progress. I am going to have to take this out and put in the new color, which is fine, but I kept it so I could show you. Same as shell, I will be taking that out and putting in the new color. I'll show you the difference. This is what is called for, and this is what I'm using. So, oh, it's so dark, guys, sorry. So yes, I do really, really like this though. This has been really fun to work on. So that's that. Then we have, okay, my husband's home, but he's downstairs, so I don't think he can hear me. So I'm gonna quickly show you. We have Pixel People, Goonies by Wee Little Stitches. I'm trying to do that for his birthday, which is in March, beginning of March, so just about a month away now. Because the date is February 1st. Happy February, everybody. So this is the fabric that I tea-dyed myself to make it look more like a map. And it's Goonies, in case I didn't say, I think I said. So this was a nightmare, this S here, the Superman on the chest. I think there's still like a little back stitching I need to do on it, but I finished off Steph and I started on Sloth, and he's coming along. Gotta finish his pants, and then I have to finish their shoes, and then I have to finish all these people over here. So there's plenty of time. I'm just kind of taking my time. Like I said, it was a real puttery week where I just puttered around. I even pulled this out, My Mother's House, do you remember? By Barrick. Oh, I guess that's better for you to see it. and this is what I was able to get done. It's not even worth showing because it's so small. Here, okay, this is what the whole thing is that I have done, and this is what I did. This little bit here. So I didn't do much on it, but I was like, I don't want you guys to forget that I was working on this, and I wanted to work on it, but then I don't know, my mind, you know? I've been trying to like start everything. I feel like I'm starting to get that bug where you just want to start everything, because it's not that I'm not satisfied, it's hard to find joy right now when you're cooped up in your house, and we've been living this way for so long, right? So it's like, sometimes I'm not in control of a lot of things, but I can control what I'm stitching, so then I'm like, I kind of spit everywhere there, but I meant like, I'm going from here to there to there, that's what means. Anyways, so that's Kathy Barrick, my mother's house. Speaking of Kathy Barrick, she had a sale at her Etsy shop. It was 20% off, and I bought 2 pieces. The first one is this one, which is Riley Harbor. That was a long wait I made you take. My words are going. Okay, we need to wrap this up. So yes, the first one is Riley Harbor, which I just love. Here's a photo of it. I don't love stitching houses, so I don't know what I was thinking when I chose it, but I couldn't resist it because I love it, and it makes me think of, I don't know if Riley Harbor's even a real place, but it makes me think of Boston, and I love Boston. Went on a trip with my mom and my aunt, my sister. I think I've talked about it before, and I just love it there, and it makes me think of it. So it also makes me think of Newfoundland because it's got all the different colored houses, and I just love it, so I have to stitch it. So I bought it. I also bought Halloween Birthday, which I love because it's a witch and it's Halloween, and I think it's beautiful. So those are the 2 that I bought by Kathy, and yeah, that's my stash, my haul. Because again, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not hitting the thrift stores and finding all the good finds like I normally am. But I did make some of my own stuff, which I'm going to show you. I dyed some more fabric, okay? So if you go on my Instagram, I have a highlight of it all. So this was the first piece, which was a piece that was already blue to begin with. And then I dyed it more blue. So this is Rit dye, and I used navy blue. So I added this on top. And this is the front of it. And this is the back of it. I think I like the front more. But that was my first time using Rit dye, and here's my other piece. This one was just white to begin with, and then I added the navy. They're not perfect, of course, and I think I'm gonna go over them with like another color, but this is how they turned out. I didn't put them in the oven or anything. I just put them in plastic and let it set. I think I was supposed to wait 20 minutes, but I got nervous because it looks so dark. The whole time you're doing it, it just looks so dark, and so I got scared and I pulled it out early, but I'm still happy with how they turned out. So I've added those 2 pieces. Those are from Ada that I had from stashes, so I didn't mind sampling it. I've since purchased a few more Rit dyes, so it's a little bit addicting, and that's okay. And maybe I'll make a video of me doing it. There's so many videos on YouTube or FlossTube, even just Rit dyes FlossTube, or they don't have FlossTube, they're YouTube. Okay, I'm wrapping up. I need to wrap this up. I can only go 30 minutes, and I'm not even normal in that 30 minutes, and then it start getting real crazy. So, okay, so I went through my haul. I showed you my fabric. I have Stitch Kindness from my friend Kim in Florida. She sent me this copy of the magazine. So I have 2 copies of this now, so I really need to make sure that I save the stitch. This was one that wasn't finished, if you remember from my previous videos, and I need to get it done. I didn't have the back stitching. Someone else stitched it and they didn't do the back stitching, so I am going to be doing the back stitch on this to get it finished. And Kim also sent this beautiful card. It has a little bumblebee on it. Thank you, Kim in Florida. So I just want to shout out a couple FlossTubers before I wrap it up. Beth Chadwick has shouted me out a couple times And most recently in her video, she did a Save the Stitches. So if you want to check out her Save the Stitches, which are two really beautiful pieces from the 90s, likely, that her grandma had done, check out her video. The frames on them are really pretty. I will link it below. Shout out to Denise of Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. Sorry, Denise, you all know her. She did a Save the Stitches, which you need to check out as well, and I will link her channel so you can check that one out. Thank you. Ali Stitches, who shouted me out forever ago, and I'm just the worst. If I don't say thank you to you, it is not because I'm not thankful. It's because one, I didn't see it, or two, I'm not organized, and I can't remember if I said it or not. I assume I've said it. I'm not organized. Anyways, I used to have such a quick memory, and it is failing me, but not failing me too bad. But bad enough that I don't remember, but I'm thankful. Right? Okay, and then Evelyn across the pond, who has just started her FlossTube. Thank you for the shout out. Check her out. She's a darling. That's what I will say to describe her. And she's growing. Everyone knows her, I feel like, now, even though she's only put out 2 videos. So if you haven't checked her out, I will link her below. And, ow. I'm frozen. It wasn't your TV, it was just in my brain. I want to shout out all of you for watching. Thank you so much. I'm gonna do one more shout out. Today we're shouting it out. Shout out to my friend Sally, who watches in Australia. Hey Sally. She's a little quiet on YouTube, but she sends me an email and I just love it every week, or every 2 weeks I should say. So hey Sally, I hope you're keeping well. And really, I hope you all are keeping well, because these are strange times, and that is an understatement. But we're doing it, guys. We're making it through, and you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending some time with me. Please subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos. Feel free to like this video so you can save it and watch it again. Watch me stumble all over everything. You can follow me on Instagram. Oh, I don't have my board ready. I am not prepared. Here we go. It's at StitchuationNormal. And you can send me messages on there. My email will be in the description if you want to send an email. And this is long. I think this is a long one. Ooh, I don't know because it's in 2 parts. But anyways, yeah, let's talk. Follow me on Instagram and you can see what I'm up to. And I will see you next time. Keep stitching your story is what I'm supposed to say first though. So keep stitching your story and I will see you next time. Bye.